Predators are always on the hunt, looking for food. Prey are constantly on the watch, trying to survive. Have you ever seen an ocelot on the hunt? What about a centipede? If you like watching spectacular chases, you're at the right place as we count down 15 merciless hunters by wild animals. Number 15. Jaguar. This caiman is relaxing on its day off at the beach, basking in the sun, when a stealthy jaguar sneaks up behind it and crushes its neck. The caiman's vacation appears to be ending sooner than expected, and the jaguar will be able to have some fresh reptile meat for dinner. The poor caiman had barely enough time to drink his Bloody Mary before he died. These dogs have cornered a leopard, but instead of attacking it, they merely bark at it. Even if they tried, I'm sure they wouldn't make it out alive. Although the cat hisses and swings its paws, the dogs remain at a safe distance. The dog's continuous barking irritates the cat. The cat lunges at the dogs, but they're too quick to be struck. When the leopard realizes it isn't going to work, he flees, but the dogs follow right behind. The leopard is tired, and the guys on horses are approaching to capture it. I'm in awe at how brave the dogs are. The guys aim to capture the leopard without harming it, while the dogs keeps the jaguar's back against the wall. The jaguar is kept so busy by the barking dogs that it never hears the man above with a rope in his hand, ready to capture the feline. The leopard is apprehended once the rope is hurled. To end the chase, the dogs are instantly dragged away, and a net is thrown over the jaguar to complete the catch. When this leopard runs straight for the huge rodent and takes it into the water, you can see how enormous the capybara is. The capybara is nearly as large as the leopard, yet it lacks the leopard's power. After killing an 18-foot anaconda, this jaguar is dragging it through the bush. Although the snake is quite heavy, the jaguar must transport it to a secure haven away from predators and scavengers. This jaguar is battling a puma, and they are both vicious creatures. Growls and hisses can be heard as they roll over each other, seeking to obtain as many bites and scratches as they can. The fight comes to an end and is a stalemate. Anteaters don't put up with jaguars, as this confrontation between the feline and the long-nosed mammal demonstrates. In the end, the anteater is the one who chases the jaguar away. Although the anteater eats ants, it is not afraid of big cats, or so it seems. The Fanatic brings you all the best content you want to see when it comes to the animal kingdom. If you want to see the latest confrontations between animals and the best animal videos, please subscribe now. We post new videos every day for your entertainment. Number 14. Ocelot and Fishing Cat. On a private reserve in Peru, this ocelot caught a red and green macaw. The brightly colored bird isn't usually on the wildcat's menu. Macaws are secretive and cautious birds, but this one was grazing on clay near a riverbank, so it had probably relaxed its guard. The ocelot spotted a chance it couldn't pass up and made it happen. A gorgeous macaw had been just slain by what appears to be an ocelot, and it is being carried to its lair high up in a cliff away from any potential predators or scavengers. Fishing cats like water and stay close to the marshy areas around rivers and streams. Their attitude is, the wetter the better. They look like leopards that shrunk in the wash. Like their larger cat cousins, they survive by avoiding people and stalking their prey at night. The fishing cat is an ace hunter in the dark. It even has a special fishing technique, tapping the surface with the paw so that the fish thinks it's an insect, and it's the last mistake the fish will ever make. To avoid being spotted by the prey, an ocelot likes to hunt in regions with foliage cover, avoiding open areas, especially on moonlit nights. The coati is surprised by this ocelot and backs up into its hiding place, but the ocelot jumps right in and kills the coati in seconds. This fox is ambushed by an ocelot, but after a short struggle, the fox escapes, accompanied by one of its friends. The ocelot continues the chase, but we don't get to see that. Though they are small, ocelots are amazing hunters, and this ocelot proves it once again when it ambushes an iguana for lunch. Number 13. Tiger. Tigers will hunt whatever they can get their paws on, so if they happen to come across a bunch of cows, they will take a go at it. These cows are heading back to the city to do a little shopping when a tiger ambushes the last cow and takes it down. Another cow approaching the area sees what's going on and reconsiders buying a new purse on this day. After a brief skirmish in the bushes, a tiger known to local researchers as ST3 can be seen crossing the road with a leopard's carcass in its mouth. Other predators, like bears, have been known to be killed by tigers, and the leopard's small size indicates it is a subadult and has no chance of surviving this attack. The tiger follows a deer across rocky terrain, but that doesn't stop the colossal feline from killing the cute tiny animal. The deer wiggles its tail as though it is pleased, yet it is simply waving goodbye. What do you think happens when one of the most powerful apex predators fights himself? That's what happens in our next video when two tigers go head to head. It's like bombs bursting in air. It doesn't last long, but boy must it hurt when you consider the size of their canines and claws. Despite having spent his life in captivity, this emperor of beasts manages to chase down and kill a wild boar in the wild. That's a remarkable achievement for an animal that has just recently learned the lay of the land. Number 12. Leopard. This leopard wants to seal the deal with this wildebeest baby, but it wants to make sure its mother isn't nearby, because an adult wildebeest may cause serious harm to a leopard. After scouting the area, it appears that everything is in order, and the leopard assaults the animal. We saw a couple of hunting dogs chase a jaguar earlier, and even though the leopard and the jaguar are different, they are very similar. Check out what happens when one dog tries to escape the grip of a leopard. The dog has no chance. Of course, this is a small stray dog and it's not trained, but one-on-one, I don't think any dog would have a chance against a full-grown leopard. Many leopards have been discovered with severe gashes from warhogs, and only the larger male leopards will attempt to attack an adult warhog due to the dangers involved. It's one thing to pursue a warhog, but this leopard enters the warhog's den and kidnaps it while the warhog is watching American Idol. What a bold statement. Our following video features a lot of tumbling as the leopard jumps an impala and tries to finish it off. The leopard will not have an easy time with the impala because it is quite large. This leopard kills a baboon, but when it takes the baboon up in a tree, it finds a small surprise, a baby baboon. Surprisingly enough, the leopard lays down next to the baby and it doesn't hurt it. When a hyena approaches, the leopard even takes the baby baboon up in a tree to safety, away from the hyena. The baby takes a liking to the hyena, and the young leopard remains confused about what to do with the little baboon. This leopard has just killed a large zebra, and it's able to carry the zebra up into a tree. This feline may not be able to beat out a lion, but man does it ever have impressive strength and agility. It is exhausted once it reaches its destination, but at least it can enjoy its dinner in peace. This young leopard proudly holds a monitor lizard in its mouth, showing it off to the rest of its family. The leopards are not impressed and don't even bother congratulating the leopard. The leopard decides to take the lizard and walk off to a more discreet place. Number 11. Lion. These lions surround a crocodile, but the crocodile is no slouch and it defies the lions, even the male lion. The lions think about their little project for a few seconds and decide it's not worth the hassle. These two lions have an argument, and one of the lions looks like it just came out of the movie Chronicles of Narnia. It has a much lighter color than the other lions. It looks like the other lions want a piece of this lion, but I'm not sure. This lion is looking for something interesting to eat. It walks around a little towards a bush, and when it turns around, it notices a small antelope and goes for the kill, succeeding in the blink of an eye. This lion hunts a warhog right off the road, and the warhog didn't see it coming. As much as the warhog would like to escape, its presence on the lion's menu is requested on this day. The cheetah is the fastest land mammal, but the lion isn't far behind, so the cheetah in this video had best take it seriously, or it'll end up like beef stew. I'm not sure why the cheetah didn't leave right away, and instead chose to stare the lion down. In the few seconds it lost, it was the difference between life and death. Lions don't usually attack adult hippos, but these two lions decided this hippo was game because of its small size, and they went for it. With a little effort, they got what they wanted, so the risk was worth taking. Number 10. Crocodile versus warthog. This warthog is having a nice drink of water when a crocodile bursts out of the water but misses. The warthog displays amazing footwork that allows it to avoid being crushed by the huge reptile. Here is another warthog with swift moves as it avoids being swallowed by a crocodile. In this video, a crocodile swims cautiously towards these wild pigs in the wetlands of New Orleans. The piglets appear to be completely unaware that a massive sea monster is coming to assault them. The crocodile strikes and captures one of the pigs in a matter of seconds. Although one of his pals tries to reach out to him, it's too late. The victim squeals like it's his last day on Earth, because it is. The pig is marinated by the crocodile, and the meal is enjoyed by the reptile. This family of warthogs is enjoying a drink of water, when suddenly out of the water, a massive crocodile lunges at them and manages to get a grip of the largest warthog, probably the mom or the dad. The warthog fights like a warrior, but the crocodile drowns its victim. Number 9. Moray eel. A gigantic moray eel turns the tables on a shark that goes too close. The moray eel's jaw is massive and powerful. The eel must bite the shark head on to be successful. While doing so, the shark almost gets away, but the eel manages to capture it by the head and guide it into its mouth where it is devoured. In a battle to the death in South Maui, this yellow margin moray defeats the yellowhead moray. Morays are tough, and you can see by looking at this fight that they don't play around. It's kill or be killed. This moray eel destroys this octopus, tearing some of its tentacles out and just pulverizing it. The octopus was never in the game. This octopus defends itself by using its tentacles to grapple the eel and then produces an ink cloud to aid in its escape. The eel bites off a piece of the octopus's tentacle. Without causing permanent injury, an octopus can lose a tentacle and recover it later. The eel moves on to a new prey now that the octopus is no longer present. Stonefish are venomous, but when this moray eel strikes the stonefish, it dodges the venomous spine of the stonefish, sinks its teeth in, and doesn't let go, and that's the end of the stonefish. Watch how a moray eel swallows a pufferfish that might be fatal. To help them catch prey, eels have 2 sets of teeth. One to catch the fish and the other to draw the prey further into its mouth. Most pufferfish are venomous, and they produce their lethal toxins from bacteria found in the food they eat. The moray eel, on the other hand, appears unconcerned. Number 8. Reef shark. These reef sharks can see this creel wrasse dozing in broad daylight. Even though a vivid blue parrotfish stands out like a sore thumb, the sharks pass it by unnoticed. What exactly is going on? Sharks are significantly more attuned to their other senses since they hunt in the dark, and they primarily hunt by sensing vibrations through water for their prey. To put it another way, if the prey doesn't move, the sharks can miss it. A filefish floats as calm as possible. It understands it is in a perilous situation. The filefish gently walks away when it is bumped by a shark. However, the shark detects it and returns to investigate. The shark knows it's onto a meal with a light tap of its snout. When a fish is startled and flees, all sharks are alerted and begin chasing the fleeing fish. It's a free-for-all situation at this point. The fish realizes the only way to avoid the sharks is to disappear through a hole in the reef. It scurries towards the reef, but it's too late. Thousands of groupers congregate on a reef in French Polynesia once a year to mate, luring hundreds of sharks to a feeding frenzy. Swarms of gray reef sharks attacked marbled groupers when they were spawning, as scientists on the Global Reef Expedition were there investigating the predatory behavior of reef sharks. In the Maldives, a white-tipped shark bites and eats a fish in broad daylight. They usually hunt at night, which is unique. At the end, you can see the fish in the shark's mouth. A group of white-tipped reef sharks pursue and attack a giant moray eel, ripping it apart. There isn't much the eel can do when 3 sharks bite and break into pieces. Gray reef sharks live on the gorgeous coral reefs around the islands of the South Pacific. Feeding time arrives with the arrival of nightfall, and the bait is lively needlefish. Speeding away at 30 kilometers per hour, the needlefish give the sharks a run for their money. But it's hard to escape from so many sharks. These sharks are hunting octopus as they scout the area looking for the octopus hiding spots. Number 7. Octopus. All aquatic animals regard the octopus as a dangerous predator. Watch as the octopus stalks and kills his prey in this video. He outmuscles the crab and uses his poison to paralyze him. The end result is unavoidable. A giant Pacific octopus of medium size hunting and killing its favorite meal, a rock crab. It's like the crab headed right into the octopus's mouth. This shark is in big trouble when this giant Pacific octopus decides to wrap itself around its body and kill it. This is unexpected, but hey, you learn something new every day. These 2 octopi are next-door neighbors, and they are arguing about something personal. Apparently, their kids are dating, but one of the octopi is not happy and wants it to stop immediately. He tells the octopi that his kid is a bad influence for his daughter. In what appears to be a premeditated usage of weapons, gloomy octopi spit and fling garbage at each other. Number 6. Eagle. This harpy eagle attacks a sloth, and it should be a formality, but even sloths fight back. The eagle seems stunned at the sloth's audacity. It's a valuable lesson. Hunting the jungle's larger animals is never simple, even when it's a sloth. Did you notice the speed at which the sloth threw a punch? My grandmother could have avoided being hit by that punch. It was so slow. In this clip, this eagle doesn't mess around and comes flying through, snatching the sloth along the way. Immediately, the rear talon of the eagle is driven into the sloth's skull. An attack by the most powerful raptor in the world nearly always results in instant death. This eagle has grabbed a monkey to feed its family. It takes the kill back to the nest where the family gets to feast on a hearty meal. A Samango monkey had been killed by this gorgeous crowned eagle just moments earlier. The eagle was attempting to transfer his kill, but the clip shows how hefty it is. The eagle became agitated as cars began to pile up, causing it to fly into a nearby tree, leaving his kill on the side of the road. This poor monkey was brutally killed by this eagle, and the eagle decides to eat a little brain before going on an afternoon fly. This squirrel tries to avoid this eagle, but the eagle is all over him. There's not much the squirrel can do except try to run, but it's kind of hard when the eagle has you by the collar. Number 5. Caracara. On the Falkland Islands, avian parents must remain vigilant. Caracaras are on the lookout, and an unattended nest can quickly turn into a buffet for these ferocious carnivores. The Johnny Rook is a bird that gets right in your face. These cunning animals, known as the flying devils of the Falkland Islands, gather together with their young to scare both large and tiny species. Watch as these newly hatched caiman crocodiles struggle to survive in the face of predators lurking around every corner. These birds gulp them up as if they were ants. These caracaras hunt for snakes, and they seem to be pretty good at it. I guess these birds enjoy the taste of snakes. Number 4. Praying mantis. Have you ever seen a praying mantis in action? Watch this snake try to strike this praying mantis, but the mantis repels the attack. The snake tries to flank the insect, and that's when the mantis uses its raptorial legs to neutralize the mantis, and the snake becomes snake soup very quickly. This cockroach is a quick snack for this praying mantis when it snatches it in seconds and gobbles it up. This sand lizard is locked up with a praying mantis. The mantis kills the lizard and leaves it there, heading straight for the rope. This almost looks like a Navy SEAL covert operation, and the mantis is returning to the helicopter. This frog had fallen into the grasp of the crazy praying mantis, and it's not going anywhere soon, except in the mantis's stomach. This praying mantis makes mincemeat out of this small white mouse. The mouse doesn't even have time to recite a few prayers before its last struggle. Number 3. Centipede. If you thought giant centipedes were just slimy, disgusting, wiggly insects, think again. Watch how the centipede chews up the snake. The snake struggles to free itself from the centipede's hold, but it doesn't look like it's getting away. I guess all those legs come in handy when you're fighting a snake. This gecko is having all the trouble in the world fighting the centipede in this live feeding. If I'm being honest, I have no clue which is the prey and which is the predator. Maybe someone should let us know in the comments below. In this clip, a centipede kills a small mouse. The mouse was a sitting duck the minute it was thrown into the aquarium with the centipede. This female grasshopper mouse is more of a challenge for the centipede, and it doesn't take long before she kills the many-legged insect under the watchful eyes of her husband. Once the battle is over, the warrior mom goes back to the nest to care for her young. All this in a day's work. A matchup between a scorpion and a centipede ends up in a wrestling match as the two critters battle it out. In the end, it's the centipede that wins the fights. Number 2. Tarantula. This huge tarantula brutally kills a poor mouse. It just overpowers the mouse with its entire body and legs, and the mouse is consumed in 16 hours, leaving only the tail and legs. This Goliath tarantula meets up with the fertile land snake, and the spider is the big winner. I did not expect this, but I'm no expert. The spider drags the empty skin of the snake into its den. Maybe it will make a purse or some shoes with the skin. Wow, I can't believe that's all that's left of the snake. Here's another surprise. A tarantula even eats big birds like this one. I mean, it's not a big bird compared to other birds, but it is when you look at the size of the tarantula. I know what I'm not buying for Christmas. We saw earlier what a centipede can do against other enemies, but what can it do against a tarantula? After locking arms with the tarantula, the centipede looks for a way out. I guess it's no match for the spider. Number 1. Snake. A king brown snake holds a blue tongue lizard by the head. The lizard continues to walk, carrying the snake with it. This is one powerful lizard. The snake tries another tactic by turning the lizard over, but the little bugger is tenacious as mother brother. I'm not sure this snake is eating today. This woodpecker is building his house, and the snake pops out of the window. How freaky is that? The woodpecker's pissed and attacks the snake. When the snake thinks the woodpecker has abandoned the house, the woodpecker ambushes the snake from the side and pecks on it a few times, before the snake grabs the woodpecker by the neck for a few seconds. To be continued. This bird arrives home, and just as it's about to get inside, an unwelcome visitor greets it before swallowing it. What a friendly way to greet someone. This python strangles a pig, and you can hear the pig squeal like a pig. But the python closes the deal in seconds, and the pig becomes a mime, confirming its last moments on this planet. We have seen some of the most brutal attacks on video, and my favorite has to be the fishing cat and how it captured that fish. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our countdown of 15 merciless hunts by wild animals. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.